12101. Okay, and then we will print L1. So I hope you people are clear with this concept. Okay, we are using range function which will return the value from 1 to 100. Okay, 101 is boundary value, so it won't be considered. So 1 to 100, it will return us value from 1 to 100. And using this means whatever object will be written, we will convert it into the list. So we will get this value. Now, what is slicing? Slicing means taking apart a small portion of existing list. So, how it will be implemented? So, let me show you. Let's say I want to select all odd numbers or even number. Let's go with odd number. Okay, so from where I will start? I will start with index 0. Why? Because on index 0 there is 1. Okay, and let's say I want to get all the odd number from the list. Okay, so if you don't want to specify anything, if you don't want to deal with the starting and ending index, okay, then you can write like this, and then you can specify the step. Okay, so if you will write like this, print L1, L2, and then step. Okay, so this is like start, stop, and step. So here you can see you will get element like this 1 3 5 7 9 up to 99. If I want to get the odd number, okay, then how can I create the slice of the list L1? Okay, now here you see sorry, even number. So here you see first index of the even number is 1. Okay, so I will start with index 1. I will stop at the end of the list, and what will be the step size? 2. So here you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so this is all about even and odd number. Now, if we move forward, let's say whatever step size you will change over here, okay, according to that number will be selected. If you want to select element from specific range, let's say L1, or let's say I want to select index from 0 to 11. 0 to 11. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? I will write only these things, and you can see I will get all on this value. Clear? Now, if you want to select second element, third element, okay, then you can select like this. Let's say second element, then we will starting it will select every second element start in the range starting from 0 and ending at 11. Okay, then if you want to select third element, then you can write 3 over here. Okay, so I think you people are not having any issue with the positive index. I hope you people are not having any issue with the positive index. Okay, all of you are clear with the positive index. When it will be the problem? It will be the problem whenever we will go with the negative index. So now let's do one thing. I want to print entire list into reverse order. Okay, so then L1 colon and step. In this case, this step will behave as a direction. In this case, step will behave as a direction. So if I will write -1, then you can see list will be displayed in the reverse order. If I want to display reverse order, if I want to display string in reverse order or list in reverse order, but I want to select every second element, then I will write -2. If I want to select Every third element in reverse order, -3, -4, -5. Clear? Now let's try to go with the positive range into this list. Let's say 0 to 11. Okay, and -1. So what is meaning of this? Start, stop, direction. So what is meaning of this? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what will be the meaning of this? Bhargav, Kaushal, Arun, Braj, Yash.
Yes, sir. It will print from 10 to 1. It will be in again, even numbers.
Okay, now you see, this won't work. Why? Because here, if we want to show element in reverse order, then index we have to specify in such way. So 0, 11 to 0. In this case, 0 won't be considered. Last value won't be displayed. So for that you have to write -1. So 11, it will start with the 11, element 11, then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 and 1. Okay, so then also we are not getting it. Okay, so it will start from so index 0, 11, 0 and -1. If I want to display, if you want to display the last element, then you can see for -1 index it is not working. Why? Because it will consider -1 as a last value. It will consider -1 as a last value. Let's see what happens if we do not specify anything over here. Okay, then it will show all the elements. Why -1 is not working over here? Can anyone tell me? Why -1 is not working over here? Yes, can anyone tell me? No, -1 is not boundary value. You just recall this. If you will specify -1, okay, index 10, but then what is meaning of this? 11. Okay, what is the ending index? -1. So if we write -1 over here, then ending index will be 100. And what is the step size? -1. So from here to here, if you will specify negative step size, then it will go in this direction. It will go in this direction. And what is the range that we have specified? 10 to 100. And in which direction interpreter will go? 987654. Okay, so our step size and our specified index is not matching at all. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? It will give us empty list. If we are not specifying anything, then what will happen in that case? What will happen? It will start with index 10. Okay, direction is -1, so it will start with index 10 here, and then it will go in reverse order till the starting of the list. Still the starting of the list. Clear? If we are writing like this, starting index is 20, ending index is 10, and then -1, then we will get output for the list 10 to 20. Okay, but in reverse order. So be careful about this. Whenever you are using slicing, and specifically whenever you are working with the negative index, okay, then be careful with this. Let's take another example. Print, let's say L1 of -20 to -10. How this will work? This is same as L1 of let's say 80 to 90. This is same as minus 20 and minus 10 is same as 80 and 90. Got it? Clear? Bhargav? No. Okay. Where is the doubt? Unmute yourself and let me know. So I will explain you again.
યસ સર
Yes.
સર એ સર લાસ્ટ વાળું જે છે ને આપણે
હા.
-20 -10
હા.
સર એ કઈ રીતે એવું નથી ખબર પડી સર 18 and 90 કઈ રીતે આની સાથે રિલેટેડ
Okay. Minus 20 means 20th element from last position.
ઓકે 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 સર ગોટ ઇટ પાછું રિવર્સમાં આવે
Okay.
છે પાછું ઓકે હા હા
So minus means last, and if you are writing from first, then it will be 80. Okay, 80 or 81 means we can write index in two way, either from last position or we can write it with the reference of first position. Got it? Let me show you one interesting thing. If you want to write code for palindrome, okay, then how you have written that code in palindrome? Code for palindrome. How you have written code for palindrome in Java or .NET? Yes, can anybody unmute themselves and give me answer? Anyone? Let's say Shivam is there, Saurabh is there, Vaishwari, Amisha is there. Yes, Amisha. Then Bansi, Deep, Dharmin. So anybody can give me answer that how you will check for the palindrome in Java or in .NET? Idea? You don't know palindrome program? Do you know what is palindrome? Yes. If we read the string in reverse order or as well as forward order, then it will be same. Okay, Malayalam. Yes, good. Okay, so how to check whether the string is palindrome or not in Python? Okay, so let's say we will get input from user, enter a string. Okay, now if input of okay, let's execute it. Let me copy paste that Malayalam string. Malayalam is not palindrome. Okay, so it is treating capital letter and small letter separately. So if we will execute it again, then for small it will capital it will not work, but for small so can you get this what I have written over here? Yes, Nayan is also palindrome. Okay, so using one line only. So what is the meaning of this? You can also apply the principle of slicing on string variable. So let's take one string variable s1 is equals to, this is a Python class. Okay, print s1 of let's say every second character. Okay, if we write every third character, if we write -1, then you can see. Yes, Janish, excellent. I'm happy to see you involved in lecture. Yes. So whatever fundamentals of slicing are there, all those fundamental you can easily implement on string as well. Okay. Everybody is clear with this? Vargo, Dharmin, Dhruv, okay. Then that chat, Shivam said. Yes. Actually, this is like you are driving Maruti 800, okay, and Python is like they are giving you fighter jet. Okay, so for small tasks, we should not go with means for nearby distance we should not go with the fighter jet. Yes. In Java, you have to do lots of coding. You have to compare it character by character, or any other another approach is that you will divide. First of all, you will find out the whether number of characters are even or odd. Okay, if it is odd, then with the reference by keeping center character in reference, half of the string you will push into the stack, and then you will pop. Then character by character you will compare it. Okay, then it will be very difficult for you. Okay, so at the end you will come to know that how whether it is palindrome or not. Okay, now here behalf of you Python will do it. Now let me move forward with another topic, that is list comprehension, and this is the one of the most beautiful topic in Python. So let's go with list comprehension. I am having one list L1 is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what I want to do, I want to convert this into the square list. Okay, I want to convert each element into square. Okay, then how I will write it? Can anyone tell me? Unmute themselves, and if they will say only, then I will write it. Yeah. So I want to convert this list into the square list. Like let's say 1, 4, 9, then 25, 36, like this. Okay, so I want to convert it into the list, square list. Then how can I do it? Can anyone let me know? What is a common way using for loop? We will write, like say, we will create one list L2 is equals to list, one empty list for I in L1. Okay, we will write L2 dot append L2 dot append I into I. Oh, sorry, I raised to 2. Okay, and then we will print. Here, this is a simple, conventional, traditional way. Okay, now let's how list comprehension can be implemented in Python. L2 equals to I into 2 for I in L1 for I in L1. Can you see what I have done? All of you are here? Yes. Can you see what I have done? If I want to make it cube, then instead of 2, here I will write 3. 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216. Okay. Let me show you something more interesting. I hope you people enjoyed it. Yes. That also you can use I into I. Okay, but for power, uh, we are having double. Yes. Let me give you one small demonstration that how we can define a function. Define function 1. Okay, we will pass one value, let's say x. Okay, and what this function will do? This function will perform some computation. Okay, so for example, let's define one variable I. I is equals to x plus 3. Okay, and then I will be I is equals to I raised to 2. Okay, and then return I. Okay, here just for your reference, I have written only and only 2 statement. Okay, you can write n number of statement. Okay, so just for example, we have taken only 2 number. Now let's define one list. L2 equals to L2 already defined. L3 equals to, let's say, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then 5, 7, 9, 11. One, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Now what I want to do, I want to apply this function on this entire list. Okay, so what we will do for that, we will be using the map function. Okay, so what is map function? How to use it? Let me show you. We will create another list. L4 is equals to map name of the function which we want to implement and list and print L4. Forget to convert it into the list. Okay, so after that we have to convert it into the list. And see, this is very easy. if you are learning, even if you are learning basic Python with proper detail, okay, got it? What we have done? We will simply use the map function, then we will specify the function which we want to apply, and then we will specify the iterable object on which we want to apply. That's it. Everything will be managed by Python itself. Clear, all of you? Mawani, Kevin, Bhargav, Arun. Okay, how many of you are performing hands-on with me in parallel? Is there anybody who is performing hands-on with me in parallel? Means once I will execute, then immediately you will execute. Is there any student who is doing this kind of thing? No. Okay. Yes, so let's move forward. I want to generate a list of square value. Okay, let's say user is entering value. We will convert it into the integer, then we will write input. Okay. Enter the range of number. Okay, starting from 1. Okay, so if user is entering, let's say 5, okay, then it should create the square list of 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Okay, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Clear with this? So how should we proceed further? Any input from your side? What we will do? If we are going with the conventional way, then what we will do? We will write, we will create one list. Let's say L1 is equals to empty list, and then for I in range, let's say 1 to x plus 1. Okay, L1 dot append I into I. Okay, and then print L1. Let's say if I'm entering 6, then 36. How we can do same thing with list comprehension. L2 is equals to I into I for I in range, let's say 1 to here, I in range 1 to x plus 1. Okay, that's it. And print L2. Sorry, here it will be comma. Here 3 line of code, here only 1 line of code. Okay, so this is another example of list comprehension. And it is not like that you can use only expression over here. Okay, you can use only expression over here. Let's say let's define very simple function, very simple function, def inc and x. Okay, we will pass x, and what it will do, return x plus 1. Okay, increment function in short. So whenever whatever value we will pass, it will increment it by 1. We are having let's say I want to generate a list of 1 to 50. Okay, now you see that we are merging multiple concepts. L3 is equals to for I in range 1 to x plus 1, what we will do here, increment function, and that we will pass. And let's take input from the user. Let's say x, sorry, here I have to write y, so don't get confused with the input. Y is equals to int input, enter range. We forgot to print it. Print L3. That's it. Clear? You see the y whatever function you want to write, you can write. Okay. Yes. So if we write only y, okay, then what will happen? It will consider number from let's say 1 to 19 only. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so it will consider number 1 to 19 only. So if you want to consider upper range also, then we will write plus 1. Otherwise, if you are comfortable, then you will get one less value. Clear, Arun Singh? Arun, clear or not? Then I will explain you again. Arun, yes? Clear or not? You can unmute yourself and then you can ask question. Don't worry, because typing may take more time. Okay. Any previous one where we were getting square? In the previous one, we were getting square. I'm not getting your question. If anybody can, anybody from class? Okay, anybody from class can help me that what he is just trying to ask. Why we took for I in range 1 to x plus 1 in previous one. So it is like for I in range. If we write 1 to, let's say 5. Okay. Print I. Okay. Then it will show 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Yes?
सर स्क्रॉल डाउन कीजिए एक बार और थोड़ा सा
ओके
हाँ इसमें एंटर द रेंज ऑफ नंबर फ्रॉम 1 to इसमें x plus 1 क्यों ले रहे हैं मेरे को वो नहीं समझ आ रहा
Okay, so if we will also that is what I am showing you. If we are writing range 1 to 5, then you can see it will start from 1, okay, and it will go up to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, it will not consider 5. If we are writing nothing, only 5, okay, then what it will do, it will show 0 to 4. Okay, so if I want to display 1 to 5, then what I have to write here, 1, 6. Okay, now here what is the program? Enter the range of the number from 1 to n for which you want to find the square. So if user will enter 5, then you should display element up to display the square of element 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, if we will not write x plus 1, then what will happen? It will show you the square up to 1 to 4 only. Up to 1 to 4 only. So for that reason, we have written plus 1. Okay, so that whatever and value is entered by user, that will be also covered.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Got it. Yes, sir.
Got it? Okay. Should we move forward with the list comprehension? So you can use expression, okay, as well as you can use function in list comprehension. Now let's see that how we can use condition checking. Okay, how we can use condition checking. Let's say we are having one list 8 is equals to list range function 1 to 20. Okay, print L8. Okay, so if you want to consider 20, okay. So 1 to 20, we are having elements 1 to 20. So range function will be 1 to 21. Now I want to separate even and odd number from list. Okay, so what is a conventional way? We will write, we will check, let's say we will create one list L9 for even number, okay, L10 for odd number. Okay, then what we will do for I in range, for I in, sorry, L8, for I in L8, if I modulo 2 double is equals to 0, okay, that means it is even number, then L9 dot append I, else L10 dot append I, okay, print L9 and print L10. Okay, now let's see that how we can do this using list comprehension. Let's create L11. Okay, I for I in L8, if I modulo 2 double is equals to 0. Well, that's it. List comprehension. This is another good example of list comprehension. Got it? All of you got it? What I have written? I'm not using any expression or function over here. This is for I in iterable item and this is condition. So how this will be executed? First, it will iterate using iterable. This is part 1. This is part 2 and this is part 3. Okay, so it will iterate using part 1, then it will evaluate using part 2. Now, if part 2 is true, then and then it will go with part 3. If part 2 is true, means this part condition, if condition is true, then and then it will go with the part 3. Then and then it will go with the part 3. Okay. Here, let's say we are having number up to 210. Okay, so 1 to 209. I want to separate all the numbers which are divisible by 2 and divisible by 6. Okay, so here, if I modulo 6 double is equals to 0, else let me keep this only. So it will not allow us to use only if condition. We have to put what if we add one more for loop after the if condition. I didn't get your question, Hussein. Can you unmute yourself and ask me the question so I can better understand your question? Yes, Hussein. Last condition. After this, if we add for loop, if I modulo 2 double equals to 0, no, then we cannot add the for loop. So let me remove this for you people right now. Let's keep it okay. So this is first list, this is second list. This condition we will discuss soon. And there we have to put if and else both. Actually, I forgot that syntax, so I have to check it again. Let me give you one another example. I am having one string h1 is equals to, let's say, this is a Python class which using hands-on method. I want to remove all the vowels from this string. Then how we can do it? I want to remove all the vowels from this string. Then how we can do it? Can anyone tell me that how we can do it? An input from your side using list comprehension. Yes. Any input from anybody? Any input. We want to remove vowels from it. Yes. The question had some voice issue. Okay, whether equal to a, I, or u. I want to remove vowel. So how can I do it? S2 equals to let's say I for I in H1. If I not in A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so here you can see it is removed. Now, let's convert this into the string. I'm playing little bit tricky. Yes, it is not allowing us to use everything together. No problem. We will do one thing. We are having list. Then what we will do? We will convert this into we will join it using separator. What is the separator? Separator is equals to comma. Okay, now how we have joined the string using separator. S3 is equals to separator dot join S2. Separator will be nothing. Okay, so let's remove this string from here. That's it. If I want to remove all the consonant from the string, then the same thing here I have to write. Here instead of not in, I will simply write in. Clear? All of you clear with this? Any doubt in this? All of you clear with this? Anybody is having any doubt into this? Bhargav, Arun, Ausar, Bansi, then Devanshu, Dharmin. Okay, Bansi, where is the issue? Deep. Varun, what is the issue? Can you let me know? Okay. Kaushal, Nilay, then Parth, Rutvik, Sahadev, Santosh, Shivam, Yash Mawani, Kirtan Patel, Kevin, Yatri. So all of you are clear with this? Any doubt? Okay. So let me quickly go through what we have done in this lecture. We have started with the, you can say, slicing. We have revised the concept of slicing. Then after that, we have seen that how we can use slicing on a string as well. Then we have started with the list comprehension. Okay, then we have seen that how we can add the expression at the starting position. Then we have seen that how we can use the map function if you want to apply specific function to all the values of list. Then we have seen that how to apply the function using the list comprehension. Okay, and then we have seen that how we can put the condition into the list comprehension. Okay, and then we have taken one example of number as well as string. Okay, so I think for today's lecture this is sufficient. More we will discuss into the next lecture. Thank you.